Tracy Smith this morning. She offers a summer song.
It's been more than 40 years since Blondie first appeared on the New York punk rock scene. But when Debbie Harry sings, it's 1979 all over again. She's the voice and the face of a band whose name was inspired by a New York City catcall. Did people yell Blondie to you on the street? Was that part of it?
Don't they yell that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, Red. Hey, Blondie.
I like that you took that and made it yours and the band's.
It seemed up pretty obvious. It was, I felt that it was something so deeply embedded in everyone's consciousness that it was a no-brainer.
Since then, the band has sold more than 40 million records, and Debbie Harry has become one of music's best known and best loved voices. Born in Miami and adopted as a baby, Deborah Ann Harry grew up in middle-class New Jersey.
I came from a fairly conservative, small town kind of upbringing, and I guess I wanted out.
And you found a way.
I got out. Yeah.
She moved to New York and was singing with a small club act when she met guitarist Chris Stein, with whom she co-founded Blondie in 1974.
And I just thought Debbie was really great. That was pretty much it.
When you say really great, was there something about Debbie that was...
I like to think I saw what everybody else saw later on, but it was a little more focused maybe at that point.
Focused, indeed. Stein, a renowned photographer, saw Harry both as an object of affection and an irresistible subject. The band became a mainstay of the New York punk scene and regulars at CBGB, the famed music club on a seedy block of New York's Lower East Side. The former CBGB is now an upscale clothing store.
It was fun.
It was fun. I mean, that's the thing. It was kind of nasty and kind of fun.
Yeah, I think, when everything is not so precious and so valuable, people get a lot more creative and, enjoy life a little bit because they really have to.
And that was you.
Yeah.
In those days, Blondie was big overseas, but didn't have a major hit in the U.S. Then came 1978, and the album Parallel Lines. Heart of Glass, co-written by Harry, became one of the biggest records of the year. For Debbie Harry, the years that followed were a whirlwind of writing, recording, performing, and not much else. You don't have kids of your own. Was that a deliberate decision, I don't want to have them, or was it a timing thing?
Both. We worked for like 7 years pretty much without stopping. And that's really what took its toll.
And in 1982, everything seemed to fall apart. The group broke up, and Chris Stein developed a debilitating autoimmune disorder.
That was really worn out, but the drugs really exacerbated everything, I always think.
How bad was it?
Just, blisters and boils all over your skin, so I was all messed up, and I was in a hospital for 3 months up at Lennox Hill. I missed the whole winter.
It got ugly, but Harry stayed with him through it all.
It was above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Stein recovered, and so did the band. Blondie reformed in 1997, and they've been together, more or less, ever since. Debbie Harry's influence can still be felt and heard. In 2013, British pop group One Direction borrowed a Blondie classic for the charity Comic Relief. And this Chris Stein photo of Debbie was the inspiration for Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn outfit in 2016's Suicide Squad. What? When you see that, what do you think?
I was happy, yeah, it's fine.
You like it?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
She looked better than I did, and I didn't like that.
I don't think you can argue that. No, that's not true.
Well, her butt looked better.
Truth is, at 72, Debbie Harry still has a look people imitate, and she never stopped writing songs, often with former boyfriend Chris Stein. How do you think it is that you've managed to remain bandmates and really friends?
Yeah.
Greed.
Whatever the motivation, Blondie continues to inspire. Last month, the artist Shepard Fairey created this tribute to the band on a New York City wall. But her legacy isn't the only thing on Debbie Harry's mind these days. This is. Harry's become an advocate for bees, sounding the alarm about declining bee populations and their importance in food production. Blondie's latest album is called Pollinator, and Harry often shows up in bee-themed headgear on tour and for our interview.
It's a terrific little headband.
And do you feel like you're having some effect?
Yeah, I think so. I get a lot of information. A lot of people, writing and saying, "Oh, my dad was a beekeeper. I'm a beekeeper." There are a lot of beekeepers, but there are problems with diseases, and having successful hives and competing with the problems in the environment. The demise of our precious environment.
Debbie Harry is well aware of her influence on music and culture today. She also knows that there are things she can't control. Is aging something that...
It's horrible.
It is kind of horrible.
Your head is the same. I'm still 25 in my head, but I hesitate to dress like a 25-year-old.
Do you still feel 25?
In my head, yeah. I'm fortunate. I've always been blessed with good health, so can't complain about that, really. Can't really complain. I do, but I shouldn't.
We're not complaining either. You might say Debbie Harry is a bit like that Shepard Fairey mural. Larger than life. And forever young.